podcast. Pew, 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 pew. Just the dope ass podcast. Pew, pew, pew. Hey.
Just so you know, I fuck with you.
I fuck with you.
You.
I love you.
I fuck with you specifically.
Appreciate
If
you.
I didn't point at you,
Right there.
you know what it is.
Right there.
Right there. No,
Appreciate you.
Right there. You see.
Niggas gotta watch. But fuck with me, DJ. That was one of the funniest parts of that movie. Like, I know it wasn't supposed to be like a funny movie, but like that old man was outside talking to fucking Terrence. Fuck with me, DJ.
Fuck with me.
Fuck with me, DJ. I got this piano.
But it's real though. It's real. Real conversations.
Ooh.
I wonder, like, since so much has changed. Granted, I ain't been to a barbershop in forever, but I wonder if like people still got the neighborhood people that slide up in the barbershop trying to sell stuff. And I don't mean like I done seen people come in the barbershop like you see the people walking down the street selling the belts and the bracelets and shit like. I don't mean that. I mean like does your barbershop still have somebody coming in there selling like batteries and shit like that?
I wonder. I mean, I feel like there still has to be like versions of it, or but I wonder how much that's a good point. I wonder how much that's changed with like how much our needs for shit has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Like you might not need, like depending on the fucking item, shit got chargers and shit. Now some controllers have chargers. Like when the last time you might have needed a pair, like a thing of batteries like that? Damn, that's a good point. I've been I ain't been to the barber myself either, nigga. Like, the worst thing I could have did over the pandemic was let me figure out some maintenance fucking cuts. Man.
I dusted my shit off. I know how to cut it a number of different ways to make it work clean enough. Is it gonna be like sharp?
No,
it ain't gonna be sharp. But I know how to make it look sharp. As decent as possible. That's really all I need. The older I get, the more I don't like. Where am I going to where I need this bitch to be extra crispy? Like going to the barbershop paying $150.
That's another thing.
For some
y'all
nigga
to price nigga out the game with the fucking
I can't.
shit.
I can't talk too much shit because I do have quite a bit of homeboys that are barbers. So I ain't, I don't want to shit on their business like that. But paying a lot of money for a nigga to come and spray your hairline on,
man.
when you can learn how to do some of this shit at your house to make it look decent. And what are you doing?
That's where niggas gotta have a little more self-confidence because niggas is paying the extra money to salvage what's gone. Nigga, let it go. You black. You can be bald. I just feel like, especially for us, black, it's a whole, like, what era did y'all grow up in?
The 90s was rocking for the bald head. Bald head, some hoop earrings, shine that bitch up nice. You be.
Dude, Shame didn't even save the day until he went bald.
Right.
That nigga was tripping and falling, just dusty, whole film.
Struggling the whole 9 yards. But when he took that razor.
That nigga went bald, got a trench
shades
coat.
On, trench coat, fresh suit.
Pre-toxic Jada.
Dude.
He was living his life.
Was there ever
I don't know, man. The more they I don't know why the little ads have been coming up. I'd be thinking they'd be like little fake blog posts, but boy, I don't know. And I don't want to know no more about that. God, I feel like they're gonna do some shit. Fuck, dude. I don't want no more. Will is traveling the world to heal himself, doing the most extreme activities. Fuck it. God, I don't want no more of that. I shouldn't have said that. Because I don't need to know nothing fucking else about that family. I don't want to know shit unless the fucking movie finna drop.
We don't even know nothing about the family for real. We just know about Will and Jada. The kids is somewhere quiet, just.
Yeah, man. I just, let Willow drop some more albums. Let fucking, I don't know. He just be doing shit. But let him do the shit.
He do all types of animes, movies.
Yeah, it be
music,
fashion. Yeah, he just wake up like, cool.
Like, I just feel like doing some shit today because I can't.
Yeah, I don't want to hear shit else. Leave us out the chat, boy.
I forget who I was talking to. I was talking to one of my homeboys. He was talking about like, man, that nigga Will is weird. And I was like, why he gotta be weird? But it's like he just be on the Instagram just doing weird shit. I'm like, nah, a lot of that is just him coping and healing, like finding stuff to do just to keep himself occupied. He ain't trying to be at home. we already know some of the dynamic in his marriage. Like that man's just enjoying his money, just finding things to do. Man, that nigga weird.
I don't know why that's so funny to me. I just feel like he mean that shit for real.
No, he meant it for real. Like I was trying to explain how these are aspects of Will healing himself and finding ways to do this, that, and the other. That nigga was not trying to hear it. He's like that.
Will bothers him on a fucking deep level. That motherfucker.
He's weird. That nigga weird. He on some weird shit. I don't know. I was like, all right, bro. I don't know what to call it, man.
But yeah, given what I remember when that saga fucking hit. I know for a fact, yes, Will lived in TGN Studios for like 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
I don't have nothing else, man. I think, especially even reading that book, if I'm assuming, like I said, I know I said the book. If I'm assuming what was in the book was like very truthful and accurate, like Will's behavior makes, like, you can make sense of it.
Yeah. And
it's just like, yeah, man, like some of them traumas fucking go deep. Fucking link with a motherfucker who is exacerbating that. I think from both ends, like for all the fucking criticism she gets that I've given, that I stand on, you can kind of tell where like the motherfuckers is a little like let's pour in. What's that shit y'all say? We just pouring into each other's toxic bag, and
they match together perfectly for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, man. I think Will would be, if I'm again. We don't know these people, so all the caveats.
Not even a little bit.
But I think if you are looking at the Will bag, and niggas look at that, and you always like, I can't fucking believe. I was like, well, yeah, I think it would be because I don't like when y'all say that, like just the nice guy shit, because that narrative starts to go left. You fuck around and start, I don't know, quoting Jordan Peterson too much. The dragon. I think it just would get into niggas being able to like have a little less, my favorite rant now is like a little less self-betrayal, a little more exploration of your needs in relationship and in a partner and where some of that behavior comes from. Because you do a little introspection and you figure out that shit come from not the healthiest space.
Yeah, I say yes and no. I'll poke at that a little bit only because like some people can do they can do the interior work and still do it with a bias. So like sticking with these two, some of the stuff that's come up, whatever, because people read Jada's book, they read it with a bias. So that's why a lot of the women is like, see, I knew Jada, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. It's like, did you read Real's book too? And can you look at them both unbiasedly to find the information that lets you know exactly what the relationship dynamic may look like? But I'm using that as an example because that's how most people are with themselves. They start doing the work for themselves, but they're doing it with a bias. So even the shit that you do as far as introspection is concerned, are you really looking at yourself, or are you looking at yourself through the same rose-colored lenses that you was looking at yourself with to begin with?
I rock with that because I think that makes me think of every fucking week, dude. This our little like between the text or Instagram, that should be whooping my ass as a blur because I can't remember what day is which. But whatever day we was talking, and that shit, it was her because that's also kind of where some of this fucking thought was coming from. But they took that, it was like Michelle was talking to somebody, and Michelle was, talking about, which is on his face, something shit we ranted about here, about like, me and Barack are secure in our relationship. There was a time when I was in a relationship, and I thought basically you just had to be like attached to this nigga's ass at all times for it to matter. Like I got to text him every day. We up, blah, 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 blah. And Michelle got to the point where she was like, yeah, that wasn't a thing. Like, you not texting me 40 times today in no way impacts our love. You're my motherfucking husband. We have kids, and you're the goddamn president. And we got 50,000 things to do, and it is unreasonable. And, that would, we're talking about anxious attachment styles at that point and how that's unhealthy. Yeah. And it was people going like, now when Jada said it, and and I would say that it's a bit of that where it's like, all right, man, if we're making the leaps that they might be saying the same thing verbally, and then how these things have like presented, y'all are cool thing is I feel like, that's where I would jump on niggas, because I'm not finna tell niggas to get fucking, bark into the comments. It'd be like, hey man, if you saw all our algorithms are connected, this what you were feeling, man. You saw that. you've been dying to spit in Ashley ass. You fuck with her, man. That shit, oh my God, I can't wait. And what you saw was her in the likes, and then she did a repost, and you saw her under another goof, and she was like, yes, girl, da da da. And now you have to rationalize with the fact that, like, maybe this motherfucker got a little bit of a headspace that you uncomfortable with. As I've said before, man, if old girl catches you up under goddamn, Andrew Tate alpha male, I got my cigar, and she should be fucking fearful, and maybe she pulls back from talking to you because that's fucking weird. At the same token, my nigga, when you see that, eat that pain a little bit. You liked her for real, and now you see that she might be a little dangerous. I don't use that word loosely. I think dangerous, because those are two different spaces.
Yeah.
Clearly, what we've seen, that there is a little manipulation in that when you think about it from the Jada Will perspective. It looks more like, ways to. I mean, come on, man. Let's put the cards on the table, man. We didn't know a fuck nigga. We might have engaged in fuck nigga shit. Jada saying all the fuck nigga shit when you want to kind of just fuck around, and I want to keep this motherfucker on the hook. Okay. and you saw that, what's it called? She saw that. It's either she's slow or she trying to be fucking Lil Jada. Either way, it's dangerous for you.
Yeah.
Because, either she trying to manipulate you, or if you got a motherfucker that's slow, well, fuck, nigga, that's almost scary.
I'm about to say, slow, somebody that's intelligent enough to literally try and manipulate you, gaslight you, breadcrumb you, all this other stuff to like maneuver the relationship in a way to where they don't have to be responsible, accountable, or reciprocal.
Mm-hmm.
And they just get to do what the fuck they want to do and like get you to agree to it without looking at the fine print. That's way more dangerous than somebody that's just dumb.
Yeah.
I could take somebody that's just slow, because slow means like you care, you just don't know how to. And I could be patient with you with that to a degree.
I like to put that caveat.
Degree.
I'm very off niggas betraying themselves to make some shit function.
Absolutely. But I was gonna say, like, with that, when you say for instance with that example, right? You like so and so, and you see them post said goofy shit or be in the comments condoning, discussing, or participating in said gooftivities as far as conversations go. Like, how do you or how would you interact with somebody around that? Like, what do you do if you do pull away? Do you explain why? Do you pull away quietly? Do you address the conversation? Do you jump under the comment and be like, so, bitch, is this how you feel, huh?
Yeah.
Like how would you as a person approach that, and how would you as a therapist talk somebody through that?
I'm actually kind of figuring that out, because it's become a thing. For the longest time, I was maneuvering it as like, social media is just a place for you to just blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
the devil.
And then I was like, because even I thought about it from my own experience. Like, I like a lot of the things that I might post or repost. Even the chaotic memes, I can explain the funniness of it. I can explain my perspective on it. So it's like, some of this shit I don't think is that interesting, or that like, even now you might see like some real, what's the word? It's fucked up. You see a lot of fucked up like political memes, but it's like, okay, I can even explain this, as fucked up as that is. I can explain like my perspective on, I think these motherfuckers was like, it was one the other day, somebody used the voice of, it was like Bill Clinton, and then it was like Trump. And they was using like the Yes King. And I was like, this is fucked up. However, I don't think these are really good people. And I think that guy's a bad guy. So like,
go for it.
Did you see me double tap? Like, yeah, nigga, I thought that shit it's fucked up, but I thought it was funny. And, I can give you a conversation about like, my political views and all that other shit. Like, I can make that make sense. So I think about that when I look at, like those conversations, like that shit. I'm like, well, something about this resonated, and you got a little wiggle room to maybe make some, you don't have to, prove shit to me, but like, as a person, like you said, as a person, I would probably be like, all right, man, this is telling me a bit about this individual. Like, I don't know, man, what we talk about? Like the Tonight's Conversation niggas and all them other shit. You got too many times. Like, if I see that, you what's the Dr. Brian shit, all that shit. Like, all that shit that is, red pill with boobs. I'm like, this is you you might not be a bad person, but I'm definitely in my mind going like, this might not be somebody that I can go a certain distance with. I think as a clinician too, I would talk to a client about like, well, we probably should explore like what this post means to you. Like, what do these feelings bring up in you? What do you see about that? And I would probably, we depend. Are you just talking to this person, or if y'all are in relationship? I think that's definitely worth a conversation and communicating some of those things. But I'm more and more supportive of niggas not betraying themselves. If I see somebody, liking MAGA content, I'm not finna break my back to have that conversation. You're kind of showing me where your perspective is, your headspace, and I have to determine how uncomfortable or basically flat out dangerous I think that is to be in contact with for long periods. I think some of this relationship content, like, that's why I keep using the red pill shit, because I don't take away from this shit being used as a barometer for like men. If you look at that motherfucker, and I think about this outside of just direct violence and harm, let's push this shit to the nth degree. Nigga, all y'all talking about like, a good wife, man who finds a good wife is a good thing. You think about how this motherfucker will impact your kids. I haven't created a person yet, but I greatly can think about like I love the family that like I was born with. I love the family that I've inherited and created over my life just through relationships. The way that I love and connect with them, I couldn't imagine having to figure that out with somebody. And I done heard 50 niggas I love this. Like, then, man, this crazy bitch. And I can think about across their fucking journeys of like, hey, man, we had opportunity here, and here to maybe adjust some shit.
You chose this.
And so I think about that in regards to like, you sometimes can't get, for a variety of reasons, you might not hit the mark in like connected relationship. I don't always hold that against people for a variety of reasons. But for this motherfucker that y'all making, y'all still are a family. You still like, and I don't find those values to be productive or positive moving forward. You're not gonna look at, I don't know, Andrew Tate or whoever your favorite goofball online, because there's so many of them now. Like it's just be a purple background. it's always a purple background.
LED background.
It's always some motherfucking LED lights. And I'm thinking like, man, if somebody said this shit, like them motherfuckers are in space, right? I still always have those ideas. Like I would raise a kid like, yeah, baby, you can go to space and you can, fucking sprint in the Olympics. Like you're not gonna tell my kid, my daughter, that she has to lick and lap behind some nigga. I would want a nigga to be able to be secure within himself that she can go and chase whatever dreams and blah, 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 blah. And you for fuck sure are I'm not finna raise some superstar nigga. We reading shit and he's, Dad, I don't understand this fucking nigga. We gonna read Friends Phenomenon together. Just for you to, look, man, I'll fuck y'all shit up in middle school. You got so many times to have my 12-year-old or 13-year-old go on a little hand-holding date. You ain't paying for no motherfucking movie, sir? Bring your daddy out here. What the fuck are you doing, nigga? So I don't know. I think about that a lot because I don't mind any of that shit. Like you not finna, trick my boy out of his position. So
no. Yeah, I would normally think like I draw for myself. I'll draw like those personal silent boundaries when it comes to like seeing these mindsets. Because part of me is like I got to deal with this for work. I have to deal somewhat with these mindsets or these expectations, these distortions, these behavior patterns for work. At least I get paid for it. In my personal life, you got it, champ. I don't feel like dealing with this in my personal life. So I don't address it unless it comes to me.
Yeah. On
social media, I'm going to come across the goofiness all day and I'm going to just, as I've said, on and off air, it's job security and just keep moving. Like I don't pay it no mind. If it's somebody reposting that has closer proximity to me, then I may end up moving that proximity further away.
I can see that.
It's like, gone are the days where I just posted it because it was a joke. It was just fun. Nah, because I know me. I barely use social media, and I post shit that I mean. And whatever you see on my page that gets reposted in my story, I meant every bit of that shit, and I'm not sidewalking nothing. I'm not backtracking nothing. I meant what I said. You ain't got to understand it the exact same way that I understand it, but please don't try to misunderstand why I posted it. I know what I'm saying, and I know why I'm saying it, and you ain't got to like it. Because as you've said a number of different times, I saw you see that, and you didn't double tap on that one, but I saw you double tap on some other goofy shit.
I think that's the part I didn't say. I will get like, I think critical might not be the best way to explain it.
No, I think critical is...
Because, critical
thinking.
Yeah, critical always make people think like I'm sitting there, fuck you.
No,
But no. I'll be like, okay, I've followed or I'll keep a page like, okay, let me kind of see, because I did the same thing like with some of these books or some shit. I'm like, I'll go through it. And it was like, okay, everybody loved the therapy shit. You missed this one. You missed this one. This one was posted. Like, especially that's when I used to see like, these motherfuckers was posted within 30 minutes of each other. And it's like, okay, this one up top that was saying blah, 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 blah niggas. And it was like, that was liked. These 3 were posted, and then the one behind this one, wait a minute, this is on. All right, I see. Like I'm starting to, I'm starting to build my RICO case now.
It pays this. But that I was saying that like sometimes I'll draw that boundary silently because I have context. Mm-hmm. Context clues from conversations we've had, or things that you've done, or things that you've expressed, which can let me know, oh no, you're really in alignment with this, and this is just extra confirmation at this point in time in my life why the boundary I have with you should probably be extended a little bit more. If I've had contextual conversation with you in different realms and you've said things that are a little bit the opposite of this, I wouldn't mind having a conversation with you as far as like, hey, why you think this, but you shared this with me before, and this is kind of like the opposite of that. Like that don't align. So like help me understand what your purview is. And I'm not going to engage them trying to create that conversation. But if it comes up at some point, I may whatever, or if somebody asks me my opinion. And the only time I may actually say something or comment is if it's somebody that I'm dating. Because like I said, however close your proximity is to me, that means I have to address that conversation with you so that I understand how much, access you should actually have. If you're just somebody that I know, somebody that I mess with or used to mess with or that I'm cool with or whatever the case is, I
think that would be the thing, because especially if I'm thinking like mess with, doesn't fucking matter. And dating or be involved, I definitely, for me, I'm like, it starts to, I think, to fill in, because when I say all this like self-betrayal shit, you get in the thralls of relationship. All right, man, we're doing the thing, this the habit, this whatever, I'm supportive, I'm of this. And for me, sometimes, a little communication, it's like, oh, I'm starting to fill in like what you might have just done, like engaged with week to week. I'm just fluffing this off as like whatever. But I was like, hey, that sounds like that, or that behavior looks like that. Mm-hmm. So I'll become like just more aware. Yeah. I won't necessarily jump into conversation. It's like, now that was something I might have overlooked 6 months ago, but now I'm paying attention because that post sounds stupid. But now I've been engaging in this for 6 months or whatever like that. And it's like, it's
a safety concern.
This is what you do. Yeah. I thought I was just kind of like, don't be hypercritical, man. Don't be whatever. No, this is kind of dangerous.
I'm assessing for safety. That's why I said proximity is the most important thing. If you don't have close proximity to me, you're not going to have close proximity to me. I've had this thought a number of different times. I never posted this for whatever, but I always have the thought of like, there's no way that you think that I don't see the shit that you put up there and that I don't critically think that this is a reason why I would never apply pressure for you. I would never. Why don't you ever ask me to go? Because I see the shit that you post. Like you cool within a vacuum, but I see you share your perspective. I see you share your line of thinking, and it doesn't align with me. That's why I don't want to be closer to you than what I am right now.
Yeah, I think sometimes even like sometimes I had to really get out of the headspace that all of it was like, and just because I'm saying it's not malicious doesn't mean that, oh yeah, man, break your back to go, jump involved with it. Because I feel like you have to still be aware of like, this might not be like something that targeted against me, but it is still something that affects me fucking negatively.
Yes.
I'm like, all these fucking, that's be my criticism of all the therapy language shit. And it's like, a lot of y'all are using this shit, weaponizing this shit. And again, it might not be malicious, but this track record of things is, I can't do it. I don't know, respectfully, if somebody else can, cool, but
yeah, I can't and don't want to try. I'll say another part, or at least ask. I think I asked it kind of the second part, but you see them post these types of things have these type of thought patterns, and then you engage in conversation with them, and they try to either speak against it or they present themselves in a different way. Kind of like what you said with Jada. Jada, somebody that is willingly trying to manipulate you, gaslight you, make you think that you don't understand what you understand, all that other stuff. But like, someone posts these types of narratives over here, and then when they engage with you, they speak completely different than what these posts are. How do you assess for safety enough to protect yourself from that standpoint? Like, I see you processing how to like engage me performatively, but when you're not engaging with me, I see how you act or what you think or an aspect of that. Like, how do I continue in that conversation, or do I exit out of it and just chalk it as like, I know you lying like a motherfucker, and I'm gonna let you be that?
I think there's a part of it that I will be personally still figuring out, because I am one to be like, okay, let me not just jump out the gym on a whim. And I think that's even some of those conversations about like your intuition or your instincts, whatever you niggas feel comfortable calling it, fucking, I think there is a bit of like, okay, man, I might have misunderstood or I'm taking this out of context. But I think at that point is where you kind of, like I said, the awareness thing, because after that, I'm like, okay, well, let me start paying attention to like behaviors. Like sometimes that shit where niggas is infatuated, everybody in their fields, you click into like you want to be comfortable in relationships. So a relationship is where you let a lot of shit that you might be more critical be like, all right, I'm on my ones and twos with somebody who I'm just fucking with. Relationship, at least for me, is where I'd be like, oh shit, you missed that. So I think that would just make you more aware. So it's like, oh, okay, maybe this did happen 6 times, I don't know, this month or whatever the fuck it is that might be your thing. And it's like, damn, I was missing that. That's not actually okay. Oh shit. I think you get to your awareness piece, and then after that you kind of figure out like how to really interact. That's why I said like somebody, I know motherfuckers be like, you should know who you're supposed to marry in 2 years. But I think you need moments like that to really kind of start to understand like who the fuck is in front of me? Yeah. Who is this when crisis happens? Who is this when things are, and not like, you don't need to fucking go outside and go in a war zone to get shot.
Right.
But you need that rose-colored shit to get off you so you can kind of start to, again, figure out who you're with, figure out who you are, because especially depending on, like, you're transitioning through every phase of life, but especially when you're, like, at certain ages, you just, like, like motherfuckers be getting together, like, we have so much fun. Nigga, that's not fucking relationship building.
No.
We fuck around and have fun. I didn't have fun with everybody I fucked around with. That was also part of our fucking around. We would... Right. Wasn't just like I've had those, but it wasn't we just pulled up and got to fucking, we were having fun. We had a fun time.
Gallivanting a little bit, fraternizing.
Yeah, but like it after that, like you start to think about like, damn, like the most, and I'm not trying to say like relationships should be devoid of struggle, but it'd be like you start to think to yourself, nigga, some of the most stressful times I've had, period, is by proxy of this thing. Like it'd be like fun and stress. Fun and stress is not a thing. It'd be like that. Now you see more of I think the healthier relationship dynamic post is like, man, y'all just supposed to be like chill and peaceful. Like it's supposed to be quote unquote boring.
Yeah.
And you have little spriggets of that other shit. But when you start to look, your shit look like a fucking two-faced coin. It's like, it's really fucked up over here and then it's nice. It's really fucked up and it's really nice. And you start to kind of, that's where niggas kind of get that discussion, whether we, like we talked about in the beginning, barbershops, wherever. I don't know one nigga who hasn't had at least they say it, I think poorly, but having an interaction with that conversation of you're way less stressed when you being a fucking hoe. Like my slut era was unstressful. I've never no stress in that era. Like I took care of myself. Everybody was like, I was, we were in the era like motherfuckers went and got tested. It was fun times. Like no, as soon as you get in the thing, it's like, damn, I didn't even know I could get depressed. What the fuck is this? Stressed all the time.
I must have missed out on that.
What?
I didn't have the whole phase, unfortunately.
Oh man, shit. Like that'd be sometimes like just it's not. I'm not, and I think that's where sometimes if we start and having these conversations in nigger realm.
Oh, I've had a few of those, and in recent, I've had those as far as what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like having a conversation. Like, man, I think sometimes niggas is just being slim. I can't even button my shirt all the way to the top. But I think sometimes it's a struggle with the language and maybe even also the maturity of going like, yeah, man, you are trying to figure out what in this is like regular relationship stress and like fine tuning y'all's balance and whatever. And what about this is like, yeah, you might be getting taken advantage of, or this might not be healthy, but because you're in your feelings that you haven't thoroughly explored yet for real, you haven't had, you haven't tapped that deeply into yourself. Yeah, nigga, like this sucks. But it's relationship, and you not being a hoe, and you not.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to promote everybody just throwing a dick around there, but I'm talking about you niggas gotta,
I mean, if you're gonna do it responsibly. You still have to assess what is a beneficial hoe roster. Like just because you out here hoeing don't mean like that ass look right and she throwing it. I'm like, no, nigga, you still have to have some standards and some credentials when it comes to doing that as well. But I mean that makes me think of multiple things as far as so like the thought came up. I used to say, I think I've said on here before, how like boyfriend number 2 is my shit in undergrad. Like that was kind of my start of understanding my polydom. I didn't really know what to call it then, but I was like, yeah, I don't care if you got a dude. He can know about me and I can know about him. But as long I understood something about this relationship dynamic of being the primary or the main dude comes with a lot of stress that I don't need to have. I just want to enjoy time with you stress free. So to a degree, what you were saying, but I was processing it from the poly perspective without knowing it at that time of like, no, y'all can do all the arguing and fighting and all that other stuff. I don't want none of that. You can come over here. I'll make something to eat. We can chill. We can kick it. Rub on your butt. I ain't even got to get nothing. I just have a nice, intimate, connected time that's peaceful and chill. We both ain't got to be touch starved in this space. And then you can go back over there and argue with that nigga all you want to about who, what, when, where, why, and remembering birth dates and all that. Y'all can do all that over there. Over here, it's cool. But that also makes me think in present day. I think I sent it to you. I always forget his name. Is it Bernard Duran or Duran Bernard?
Duran Bernard.
Duran Bernard.
Yeah.
So he was talking like it's okay to have people in proper categories as far as like people can be associates. People can be acquaintances. Like not everybody has to be your friend. It's okay to put people in certain categories and it's cool for them to stay there. That's the realm of which you can exist with them. This is an acquaintance. And it's okay that they're just an acquaintance. It doesn't mean that I don't show love when I see you. It doesn't mean that I don't care about you. It just, you're within this vacuum. You're not as close to me as a particular friend or type of friend would be. And that made me think about poly. Like, I think it's easier in poly to understand that you can put people in those categories as far as, like what you're saying, I'm hearing it from more of the monogamous perspective of like, let me figure out how to look at these things this way, which is in poly is like, no, I don't have to look at everybody as this type of partner. You're a partner that I see and I have casual interaction with. You're a partner that I see that I may get together with you twice a year and you my vacation partner. We may be romantic when we're on our vacation and we're more friendly because we live at a distance from each other. But like 2 times a year, I'm going to go on this trip with so-and-so. That's part of our relationship. When we together for that few days or that week, this is my partner on the trip. But when I get back home, I have other partners that I express in a different way or whatever the capacity is. But you have certain boundaries, certain regulations, certain capacities, certain understandings that you have with people, which let you know how to interact with them properly. And my bias says that I think that's what people miss. So when they look at going back to the post or how somebody expresses their perspective or the mindsets that they align with, I'm talking to this person. I think I have to figure out how to make it work with them or how to understand what they're trying to say. Or let me, like you said, assessing for safety, basically, to make sure how I don't have to do that in poly because you don't have to be here. I can strictly keep you as a whatever, a sexting buddy. You and I may never really see each other in person, and that may be the safest distance that I have with you, but we'll talk through text. We'll support each other. We got love for each other. We got each other back. You may send me some ass and titties here and there, but as far as us going out, that's a little bit too close for my comfort because I see how you think and how you handle certain situations. And I wouldn't want to put you in that position, and I damn sure ain't trying to put myself in that position. But poly would give me the internal authority to say that that's okay. Whereas, like, for monogamy, it's like, man, I just got to cut this bitch all the way off together. This bitch crazy. And it's like, she may not be crazy, but she just may not be in the capacity to have her this close to you. It doesn't have to be an either or, but, like, how do we allow ourselves to understand the spectrum of how we allow people to be close to us?
I think you kind of, I mean, I think you work within whatever system like is for you. Because I think even though some of those, I think people have to be a little more honest, if not at least with themselves, like what they are with somebody. Because some of the, and I think that's like from both ends. If you're gonna be the, like when I think about like slut era, maybe that was like
Slut walk era, or
I was never at a slut walk.
you
I was I walk to somebody's home. I walk out their home. They walk in. We can walk you to your car, but I'm
used
not.
the slut walk of shame?
Nope. I was happy to be here. Yeah, I'm not
I clocked in. I clocked
I
out.
appreciate you.
I did my shift willingly.
I hope we do this again. Like I'm not even a one night stander. Like like I would like us to.
I'll be back.
Yeah, I feel safe here. You feel safe with me. Like let's.
We can work on things. There's some things we didn't do this time. We can try that.
Yeah,
next time.
for shit show. I forgot where I was headed with that.
Slut era.
Oh yeah, like when I was like slut era, I just felt like being. I don't know. I felt like it worked. It works well. Like with everybody being honest in the dynamic. Like I ain't gonna say this. Like I had like a fucking billion of these conversations, but I even had a couple conversations of like, word to early access, mental healthy shit. Like some of those conversations of like people even wanting to progress the relationship, but it was like, are you doing this because you like me? Or are you doing this out of
trying to acquire a goal?
Yeah, like you doing this out of like, I get it. Like, we always, everybody love Jesus, or whatever your particular, because I think about that actually didn't cover everybody. Everybody that I thought about was not fucking with that. But they were held to these standards that because we interact in this way, we are now need to progress it to the next level. And I started having I was never like a great liar. So I just was like, all right, man, you back me up against the wall. What the fuck do you want to do that for? We just can't keep. And I was like, okay, if you don't want to do this no more, cool. But it would just be like, in all honesty, you don't like me. You like that I'm not whatever you are mad at dog about.
Yeah.
Like, you like that it's fun here. Yeah. But you don't really like me. And I'm be simple. I've said simple shit. Like, what's my favorite color? What's my middle name? Like, you don't know any of those things. You don't like me. You were just attaching that over here feels good for this moment that we have together. Yeah, but we don't, like,
You trying to put in a category that it doesn't have to go. And that kind of goes back to the bias. So, like, you don't like me. You just like my resume. You like that it feels comfortable. You like my resume. And you're going to try to force me into a particular situation that really this doesn't benefit from either of us trying to go in that direction, which I think a lot of people end up doing that. That's why we have the baby mama drama, baby daddy, whatever, and all this other stuff, because you try to force the conditioned, indoctrinated perspective of how you're supposed to approach things, said Jesus.
Yeah,
you trying to force that, and you don't have to force that. If you honest with yourself, then we can have that conversation. That made me think of, like, you were saying how people get to know each other, or at least right now you're also expressing like you don't really want to get to know me as a person. Mm-hmm. I was thinking earlier, how many people can assess whether or not I should actually try to get to know this person further, or like how I choose a person. Like I think you mentioned like it's 2 years, we should be married, or whatever the case is. And of course, I've had situations where you move a little bit fast. But it's like, in certain situations, can you assess, I'm never going to fully know this person. And it's okay that I'm never going to fully know this person. But is this somebody that I'm willing to continuously learn? A lot of people have not had to ask themselves that question.
Yeah, I think that, I wouldn't put an age thing on it. I think that comes with time and wisdom. And I think that comes with also like experiences. Like, I don't know another way to say it outside of you have to engage and interact with people, and you have to kind of explore that shit. That's why when some of these conversations around like relationship are discussed, and it be somebody 37 talking about, I can't get her to go, you should not do it. Because I don't think you get to those things without being hurt. Some of the fucking whatever little breakthroughs I've had was on the other side of like, damn, this shit sucked. Yeah. And you start exploring like, oh, I did that. Like, you go through all the phases of like, fuck that bitch. And then, it's like, I was a great guy. And then it was like, okay, well, some of that shit was like doing what you were quote unquote supposed to do, or I was running game, and you need to have like, I'm trying to make this not as wordy. Somebody might not always know you because we are always ever changing, effervescent, fucking titty meat L people. We always growing and getting better. However, you need to have some genuine, intimate experiences and of being yourself and being able to have some of those hard lines of like, oh, this is not manageable outside of this scenario. I've had like, oh yeah, we go out well, we get drunk well, we fuck well. And then you have some of those quiet moments. It's like, well, this kind of sucks now. Like, I want to, even when you bring up something is like the simple shit, like you watching the show or you watching whatever, how we discuss this thing is sometimes indicative of like how your mind works, how your thought process, what your interest is. And these are the things that you will do day in, day out. This is what will maintain the thing. And I think you have to experience relationship to kind of start to figure out, like, you don't know that you good at, like, niggas start out playing football. Everybody and their mama, you hear a motherfucker now who's a fucking, elite quarterback. He started out at fucking 7 as a corner. Completely different position, but you had to have experiences of, man, that motherfucker can't tackle for shit. He can't tackle and he can't cover. But they saw that nigga at practice one day and he could throw that motherfucker out, like, off the field. He threw it into the street. And it's like, oh, okay. So you need to have those experiences, man, and these tackles is fucking up. But I do like this field. I like the field. I like the cleats. I like the goddamn pads. Okay. Where else around here can I, and you need to have those experiences sometimes. People, you don't need to have 40,000 of them. You can have that introspection, 5 motherfuckers if you want to. But you need to be involved. You need to kind of throw yourself in there, get your ass whooped a bit, have the resiliency. Again, that's a therapy term. Like because there's a lot of this shit is you have to go get your lumps a bit of trying to figure out, okay, I enjoy this, and this. Even if you have a love and it lands, you have a love and it doesn't land. You're like, okay, this hurt like a motherfucker, but I did genuinely enjoy this. This is what got me in this bag, so I need to keep this for whatever the fuck happens next, or whether you met motherfucker, spin the world and land at the same place again. So yeah, I think you do yourself a service to, sit down somewhere. Or figure out your method, because I'm also not one of those people. Because sometimes motherfuckers be like, the word of the day on everything is like communication. And I'm like, I'm a communicator. I'm running my mouth up here. However, I think, and I don't know how else to do this outside of experience. I've had the relationship experience where you motherfuckers just, and I'm like, but until you learn, like, I've also sat my ass in therapy. So I'm like, okay. That's my nervous system is up. I'm a nigga who once upon a time maybe sort of whatever might have crashed out. So it's like, this feels like a fight. I'm not catching all the information. I'm not responding in the way that I need to. I need to probably fucking take a walk. I can't take a walk now because if I take a walk, this motherfucker is going to tell me So it's like, okay, understanding that like you're fucking pop tops and you just say, okay, we're good. We're fine. I said yes. And you didn't. You didn't address half the shit. You don't feel better. You didn't get whatever the fuck you were going through addressed. And you might not know that if you don't have enough time in a relationship to sit and go, oh man, I might have been, this was fucked up fucking 6-7 months ago.
Yeah.
But I just said, cool, because I ain't never actually took the time to sit down because you might be up somebody's ass. Or that could be the reverse. You taking off and have never really sat and experienced like, oh man, this conversation sucked, but it was resolved. We do feel good. And so having like both, I've had like both of those experiences. If I'm trying to speak from like, I've had like, oh man, I didn't want to be here. This was very uncomfortable. But I've had like space held for me and I was like, oh, this feels, okay, I feel cool. Oh, we did resolve it. Oh, I trust you now. Oh, okay, this thing comes up again, whatever this feels like. I'm not quick to, but I also trust myself on the other side, like where it's like, I'm doing the thing.
Yeah.
Some of this is me, but some of this is this is genuinely unsafe. I know when I'm being played with, but you can't know you being manipulated unless you engage with a manipulator.
Yeah.
You start to go like, oh man, I know when this motherfucker, this is the thing. I wouldn't have caught this. Like what I catch now at 36, I would have never caught it 23. I would have been, I was getting
even if I did catch it, I wouldn't know what to do with it if I did.
Spun. Like there was times, like I even think about that, like where I was like, oh, I know I caught it then. Had no idea how to unspin myself. Like I'm like, it's like, you playing against, motherfuckers talk about when they was lining up. Yeah, nigga, I was lined up right against fucking JJ Watt. I knew exactly where he was going. That motherfucker
couldn't stop him.
Yeah, that motherfucker just threw me off the goddamn field. And then it's like, oh yeah, 6 seasons in, I was like, I know where to put my hands now. I was blocking,
I mean, I think I had actually a conversation with a client about that this week in regards to the communication piece. Because a lot of people may not understand, or like we say it, kind of like what you just explained. Like I may have said this or reposted it at 23, but at 36, I really understand what it means. But like most of us have heard at least the terminology of like, you can't love nobody else if you don't love yourself, so to speak. And that applies across the board. Like I'm not going to be a good communicator if I don't know how I communicate with myself, how I understand myself, how to go to different depths with myself, etc. That helps me understand how I at least can try to do it and feel comfortable enough to do it with other people. So like I had a session with a client this week. And part of the conversation, they were just like, they had an engagement with someone, verbal interaction, address some things, and they were like, I just realized I'm not a good communicator. And I was like, snarky me as therapist.
You don't say.
Like, I've been telling you that for months now. Like, but ding, you finally got it. It finally hit you. Finally came. Shit. Congratulations. You reached where I told you was at, in your first session months ago. But okay, we're getting there. Yeah. But chuckle, laugh about that. It's making light of it. But they were like, no, like I remembered like I used to be a real good communicator, and that interaction helped me understand that I'm not a good communicator anymore, and I don't know when that happened. So like in that conversation, I've given them the timeline a bunch of times, but this is a time where I readdressed the timeline of like where it started, came from trauma, came from avoiding yourself. This is where you went through something, you saw something in yourself you didn't like, and your coping skill became to avoid and to scapegoat and all this other stuff. That's where your communication with yourself started declining, and that's when your communication with other people started declining, right? When we talk about being good communicators in relationships, if I don't check and understand and know how I talk to me, I'm not going to do the same thing with how I talk to other people. And I think that that to a degree can highlight like why I'm harping on the Instagram post shit so much, because it's like that's a variation of how you communicate with yourself. That's a variation of how you think. That's a variation. No matter what we want to say and tell other people, like they just mean this. No, that is an aspect of how you think, of how you present yourself. That lets me know that that's what you would bring into this space with me, and I don't feel comfortable with that. On the flip side, I have to know how to draw boundaries with myself. So when you bring said unhealthy meme shit to me, I can say, whoa. What we not going to do is that. Yeah. You can do that, but you do that over there. You are no longer somebody that I'm dating. You are now an acquaintance, or you are now an associate, or whatever, because I can already tell how it's not going to be beneficial for us to have closer proximity to each other or different relationship types with each other, because we don't communicate the same. We communicate good enough sexually, or we communicate good enough when it comes to gallivanting, but we don't communicate well when it comes to having deep, vulnerable, like transparent conversations to build rapport and so-called build a life together. Like you and I don't have that level of communication, and I think a lot of people are comfortable with that. And that's, at least from my perspective, I think that's why I may give women a hard time, but it's everybody in general. But say, for instance, the girls that like you got your kick it homegirls that you can go out and turn up with, but you're not having real deep conversation with them. That's your best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. Y'all go out and y'all do all kind of shit. Y'all drink together. Y'all make sure y'all got matching outfits and shit like that. Y'all go out looking cute, but y'all not having real accountable conversation with each other and like challenging each other to get better. Y'all just enable each other to stay the same. And it's like, why are you avoiding the fact that this is not your best friend? This is your playmate. This is an associate that you like to have fun with, but you don't trust them enough to really build life with them, because you see that. Either that, or you don't trust yourself to actually try and build life to begin with, which is why you let yourself stay in these surface level ass interactions that you have with people and be okay with that.
I think sometimes that goes into like the, the joke with motherfuckers. I know how to make the joke here about, everybody best friends. You go to fucking take a trip to Tulum. Y'all done fought. Everybody act like Bad Girls Club. But, I think sometimes like, I think that's one thing that I know I say a lot in session is like, we can discuss this aspect here, but this thing is permeating in other relationships. You're not, a great fucking homie and a dog shit partner. You have these things that are flawed in other areas. They might show up differently. You might be able to mask them, or they might not be, whatever. So I think about that as far as like, if your friendships are kind of wonky all the time, I'm gonna, take that into account as a motherfucking like partner. Yeah. And I think that shit both ways, dog. Like, niggas always, can't fuck with a nigga like me. And it's like, you're a dickhead, my boy. Nobody give a fuck. They can't fuck with you because you're an asshole, nigga. Like, you ain't never got no money to put in on no shit. Yeah, you fuck up a lot. And also, I don't know. I thought about this too one time when somebody was like, as I'm making this, like, niggas have had, or at least I've been part of conversations where niggas talk about like, man, me and Sandra don't talk no more. You know what I'm saying? Bitches can't fuck with a real nigga. And, the whole room get quiet, and it was like, I don't know, man. Sandra was a cool bitch. Like,
she was kind of alright, nigga. It might have been for you.
Yeah, man. Like, she would fuck with us. She make us tacos and shit. She was cool. It's the time she comes around, motherfucker was funny. I don't know, man. You see, you fucked that up. I don't know, and I'm saying this completely speculatively because I haven't had those interactions. But the way, when I've had personal conversations, obviously online, you don't see that shit. Yeah. But even in, like, my interactions, I was like, I don't never hear that shit from the other side. I ain't never really heard, outside of, I think, probably, like, in my professional, which is obvious, but I don't ever really hear, like, you ain't never fumbled no nigga. Not one time. Yeah. I don't know, man. I
do see a lot of dudes that are more willing to admit that they. Honestly, I've come across in therapy and my personal life dudes that are willing to admit that they fumbled a woman, and then when I really process with them, they realize, nah, nigga, she fumbled you and made you feel like you did the fumbling, and that's where you fucked up at. But I've thought about, say, in your friend group, holding people accountable, because I've been in situations where it's like, yeah, I can hear you complain about your girl, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And I've literally had friends where it's like, I've listened to you complain about your girl, your wife, your baby mama, or whatever the case is. And then at some point I sit back, like we go out together and I don't really be in that environment with you. And then I look at how you act in that environment. I'd be like, it's you.
Yeah.
You in here doing coke, all kind of shit. Like, oh, it's you.
I remember the first time a nigga came back off that bullshit, and I was like, "Oh, we having a different night, nigga. This is fucking. I'm back for Christmas break. You niggas is doing coke. This ain't the type of snow I'm fucking with. I gotta go back and fucking graduate."
When did you
nigga?
I left and you niggas just lost your mind.
Yeah, nigga. I just lied earlier today. I just looked at my motherfucking class schedule. You niggas is doing cocaine. What the fuck? I got a philosophy course to take. Right. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I can appreciate that you're responsible enough to not ask me if I want something, because you know damn well
that was not the responsible. Not for me. I said I had to hard no. Whoa, nigga. I just want to get a little drunk. I didn't know what y'all was. You don't know, motherfucker. Hell no.
I've always thought about that as far as.
Let me out the car, dog.
It's made me wonder, like, what friends was going through, of like, because especially when I was younger. When I was younger, coming back from college, still an athlete, or when I was a trainer, like super in shape and all that. Mm-hmm. Everybody knew not to. They like, you don't smoke, don't drink, no nothing. So I know you ain't gonna. No, I don't even offer him no coke. That ain't what he on. Don't even offer him a drink. He don't even drink soda for real. Like, he just drink water. So, like, for the most part, we know you super healthy. You ain't fucking with X, Y, and Z, and we know that about you. So we're not even gonna offer that to you. And it's like, I can appreciate that you understand the route that I'm on, to where you wouldn't even offer me some shit that's self-destructive. But on the same end, you gonna offer it to yourself? You're willing to protect me to a degree, but you're not willing to protect yourself? What are you going through? What are you really going through that you ain't telling me? Because there's got to be something that's going on with you, bro. Ain't no way that you can look at me and say, that nigga all right to protect. Now, he a good one. Protect him. Keep that nigga out the streets. Keep him out of this, out of that. He don't do all that. Leave them alone. He's straight. He cool. But bring me two of them. Bring me a dough. I'm gonna go ahead. Like that is depression, sir. What is going on with you to where you are willing to self-sabotage but protect somebody else, and you don't think that you are worthy of the same protection?
Yeah.
Help me understand, please.
Life.
I can see if you was just a wild nigga. Like, especially when I was deep in the fitness territory, I seen plenty of niggas that was winning medals on stage for bodybuilding. They like, yeah, I'm off season. I'm nigga, you look like that and you sniffing the cokes. Mounds. You niggas is out here partying hard.
Oh, yeah, bodybuilding. Yeah. Well, most professional anything. Them motherfuckers is.
They go through extremes.
Yeah.
Which I can, as now being in mental health, I can understand it better because some things cause you, I won't say they cause you. Stereotypically, they trigger people to think in extreme, so I can see how they swing the pendulum from one extreme to the next. But it's like, how is that attainable? I sniffed a cheeseburger and I felt fat. Nigga, you out here sniffing mounds?
Man, yeah.
And ripped? What meal plan? Am I tripping? Did I miss something?
Yes. Yeah, you missed a lot.
What did I miss?
A barrel of PEDs.
I'm about to say
barrel
something. It's the syringe effect. That's what's helping you hold it together.
That, and when you listen to motherfuckers, it sounds good. It sounds inspirational for whatever documentary you're watching. But it is a bit of, it can be a real unhealthy fucking headspace. Niggas are like, you have you come from, a lot of niggas come from fucked up backgrounds. This is your one opportunity to fucking like make something of yourself. We completely have glossed over tons of anxiety, tons of depression, tons of other probably diagnosable things, grief and loss, big main, little main, various forms of PTSD. And it's like, man, I'm finna eat all that and that's gonna be my fuel. Then niggas get to a certain point, especially like, when you see a lot of this stuff now where like, shit happens, stuff you sent me where like athletes are getting done. And now I'm hit with an identity disorder, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in life. And now I have to sit down with whatever the fuck I was using as fuel to be good at this sport. Yeah, niggas. What, boy?
I went through it and I had a plan. So I knew niggas. I did not expect to go pro. I was like, if I do make it pro, I understand I'm probably gonna have 3-4 years, and that's gonna be money that I use to save up and use it to do all this other stuff over here. I'm gonna open a gym. I'm gonna open a nonprofit, and this is just gonna be my funding source. Just like, football was my funding source for me to get my degrees. Like I had a plan and I understood that. Like I'm good enough to make it, but I'm also not good enough to make it at the same time. Like there's a lot of tools that I need, and I don't have those tools. Not that I don't have the ability. I don't have the tools right now or know how to ask for them to develop getting to that place. If I can get my foot in the door, I can probably extend it because I'm going to have access to those tools, and I'm going to work my ass off because I know me. I get to places because I work hard, not because I'm the best. Other people that was actually like talented, they didn't devise a plan because their plan was, I'm going to make it.
Shout out to Pooh Shiesty.
That nigga there, boy. He's gonna make it, all right. Make it or take it. And he took it and still ain't take it. We're gonna see how that goes. But I can see people having an identity crisis. I had it too, and I had a plan. My plan still worked out the way that I had it for the most part, but I can only imagine people that ain't had no plan at all, like a Pooh Shiesty. Or at least a bad plan.
Yeah, it's definitely the plans, and like I can, again, like this fucking the conversational understanding is gonna never fucking stop, because I know the headspace of that gets you to do that, and it's the same headspace that got you niggas online. Because now I think about, like, I thought the Pooh Shiesty shit was over, but like now it's more discourse, not about Pooh Shiesty but about Guwop. I can't believe that nigga told that motherfucker finna be 50. How long do niggas have to abide by the street shit as not being a street nigga no more?
We kind of had a conversation about that in one of my other group chats. Because my homeboy posted, he posted something about Gucci doing a statement with the FBI.
Right.
And he just posted the headline. We don't know the actual, I didn't read the article. Now he just like, man, does this make Gucci a snitch? And I was like, first off, like, at least from my perspective, niggas see in the video, the shit is talked about widely without him saying anything. So he can give a statement to the FBI and it's not what you think. His statement could be like, man, I don't know what happened. I don't know this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. I know they did this, this, and this. I don't know who it was. Like he could give a statement and it still not be very detailed. But technically, yes, I did talk to y'all. It's on the record that I talked to y'all. But what did I actually say? You would have to read the report to see that I said absolutely nothing. And That's just what it is. So I was like, don't let the title fool you. One. And then my other homeboys was like, hey, I thought snitching was this. One of my homeboys said, I thought snitching was like if you were a part of something and they come and talk to you and you rat everybody else out and tell them what you did and what everybody else did. I thought that was snitching. Or my other homeboy said something of like, if you didn't have anything to do with it at all and you telling on people, I thought that was snitching. I didn't know snitching was if somebody did some shit to you and you tell them what happened to you. But I'm bringing that up because it's like, yeah, we've got so caught up with, say, street life influencing pop culture, influencing regular life, influencing this, influencing masculinity and all these different things that we don't even know what the real definition of the words are anymore. If you open your mouth, you snitching, period. Which doesn't make sense because that's not what it's supposed to be. Snitching is supposed to be this over here. Why are we saying this shit all the way at the end of the line and snitching is, it don't have nothing to do. That nigga smacked you and you said, yeah, that nigga smacked me. You a snitch. He asked me if he smacked me. Yeah, he smacked me. That's all I said. I didn't even say I was pressing charges. I just said, yeah, the nigga smacked me. And that was it. Like, you asked me what happened, I told you what happened. Why you snitching? What the fuck was I supposed to?
Of the event.
Right. So it's like we've gotten so used to being indoctrinated into a particular mindset that we don't even understand what the shit is supposed to be in the first place. We just judging each other and shaming each other off of things that we don't even understand anymore. Shout out to religion.
Fuck. I think shit almost still threw me off completely. I think that's the part where I'm like thinking about it. Like, I just I remember, like, I've been a hip hop fan my whole life, and niggas was rapping. I believe all the mystique. I believed all the shit. I know I speak from the perspective of a non-street nigga, but I just think about, like, how fucking long am I supposed to hold on to these values as a nigga who hasn't touched the streets for, I don't know, decades. I done been to jail 3, 4, 5 times as a millionaire, lost it, came back. How long do y'all want me to maintain this mystique while simultaneously everybody crying left, right, making all the posts when somebody died for getting shot and doing all the other shit. I'm a millionaire, I got a wife, I got a daughter, you came in my shit, and robbed me and this, that, and the third. And if they ask me a question, what am I supposed? Like, I guess that's my thing. Maybe maybe even taking it off of Gucci, but just like, yeah, like, how long motherfuckers expect niggas to hold these values and shit that are flat out fucking us up. There's honor, and it's honor in the streets, but, like, you niggas don't have, like, honor in, like, other areas that we really
ain't no honor amongst these. Y'all say that in the streets all the time. So if a nigga robbing you, ain't no honor there to be present in the first place. So what the fuck am I honoring? But I'll say, like, I don't know the law back and forth like that. But Gucci being a ex-con, a felon, I don't know if they like, hey, nigga, we can see the video. If you lie to us, like, we can take you to jail for lying. Nigga, we can see what happened. We're just asking you, what do you recall from the shit that we looking at? You ain't even, if you don't want to press charges, you don't have to. That's your option. But, like, you can't sit here and tell us, I don't know nothing. We looking at you know something, nigga. We see you. We can take you to jail just for lying. Like, I don't know if that's, but say for Gucci, like, I'm not about to go back to jail for lying about some shit that's completely obvious. If there was no evidence, if there was no footage, then yeah, I could probably say I don't know the shit and I just deal with it streetwise and call it a day and throw my hands up. But if there's evidence of the shit, like, why am I gonna sit up here and lie? But side note, that made me, as you were explaining it, that made me think of fucking Ronnie Coleman. Like, as much, Ronnie was the biggest, baddest motherfucker on the stage, and now he walking with crutches, he can't walk straight, all this other stuff. How would you look at Ronnie if you still see Ronnie in the gym trying to squat? Like, wait, baby, and all that. You be like, Ronnie, if you don't knock it the fuck up, bro, hey, bro, no. It is past that time. Put that shit down. Let's work on some calisthenics and some yoga for you, my nigga. Let's see if we can get some mobility back in your back. Like, let's try to salvage what you got, and let's pivot, because your circumstances and your age are saying you can't do this shit no more. It don't work for you. You can't keep going the same lane that you going. Nigga had back surgery and was in the gym 3 days later. Like, what are you hey, what are you doing? But that's the same concept as the street shit. Like, you done been through all these circumstances and you still
and
you ain't learned your lesson, nigga.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird seeing people talk about it because it's like, man, your faves have told. Like, there's enough information out there. A good chunk of y'all faves, tell all the time, and it's like I don't know. And at the same time, it's like, well, if Guwop don't tell, and we however many months, because I know it happened a long time ago, but if like months from then, this motherfucker just he didn't just aired out this motherfucker, and then everybody be like, I can't believe Pooh dead, and it's like, all right, well, what do y'all want from how motherfuckers handle this shit? You obviously want people to make better choices, but I don't know. I don't have like a real answer on it because I'm big. I'm cool with the niggas. You better have won.
Nah, they ain't going nowhere. If you can still hear them, that means they ain't going fast enough.
Like, yeah, nigga just making a whole lot of fucking noise. That shit ain't getting y'all no coochie. Just fucking. Nigga got a motherfucking nigga put 70 grand in a Tercel to go
from light to light in 15 seconds.
Yeah, to go to go live in an apartment. Boy, get the fuck out of my face. Nigga 32. What's wrong? Anyways, just I don't know, man. All these motherfucking weird. I'm growing tired about a motherfucking week to week on what real niggas with real men or whatever the fuck is. I think there's fucking things to hit. Don't misquote me. Mm-hmm. But boy, y'all be throwing out some shit, and it's like, all right, man, we didn't. This shit don't count. This shit don't matter. Like, I hear y'all. I know, but you looking at as a I feel like an elder statesman in life. A motherfucker on a podcast, 47, yelling at me about keeping this cold. Boy, shut the fuck up, man. Take your kid to school.
An alpha man.
Shut up.
You're supposed to be a man. Do this. This is real. Blah, 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 blah. Sir.
Damn.
Knock it off. I think it's funny how people will listen to that, which clearly sounds stupid or performative, whatever the case is, but they won't want to come talk to us in therapy.
I know one's easier. One's, it's the same reason I like to eat
ass.
Well, no, man, ass is
fucking. don't you dare speak ill of the cheeks, good sir.
Don't disrespect me.
Hold on, nigga.
That's the same reason motherfuckers like, I say this to somebody who has been, I've been meal prepping myself for like 2-3 weeks, right? But it's the same way like motherfuckers don't, it's much easier for me to run into Cold Stone and get me a goddamn German chocolate cake with double ingredients. This shit's delicious.
Still in business?
Huh?
They still in business?
I've seen a few.
Oh.
But maybe not. Maybe I'm whatever. But yeah, it's much easier to go in there. That shit's good. It tastes good. It's amazing. And they say, welcome to Cold Stone. Now, the process of me having to go buy this fucking food, season it to a tasteful degree that's also not, fucking out of this world, making it unhealthy. And then I'm eating these motherfucking bland ass vegetables and shit. That shit is difficult. And that's the fucking reason. Because I want to listen to somebody say fuck A, B, and C who I already have or whatever against. Or, whatever, just saying the nice whatever shit. And opposed to, this can be funny, but I feel like, a lot of times you can come here, it's funny for a minute, and then it's a smooth, hard turn into, hey, nigga, y'all was giggling before. The fuck is that shit you just said?
Right.
Or any platform like that. Like, so I know that, I mean, that's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's tough. But I just, it wasn't even the young niggas. It was nigga 47 up there talking. Man, shut the fuck up. I hear about you talking about. I put this on here. Like, Guwop, Offset got shot. I don't know nothing about that. I put that on there because it was a hot topic. But I don't know. He got shot. He got shot in Florida. He had a little scrap. Then he was back at the casino. I feel like, we maybe work on some gambling habits. Again, niggas is I don't know, man. It's a little bit of like.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about Buddy. I don't. I don't know anything about that. But you saying him getting shot and being back at the casino, and really the last time I saw something from him was I forgot her name, but like the 6'8" OnlyFans model chick.
Oh yeah, that big one, big old yeah.
And she ran into him at the casino and he was there, and that's the only thing I could think of. So it's like, damn, as a Takeoff was killed in a casino or something close to
something
that.
there.
It's like, what's up with you niggas in game? It was a dice game, but I think they were like in Las Vegas, some shit. I don't fucking remember. It was a while ago. But it's like, what's up with you niggas and gambling? Like, with the lifestyle you have. If I'm a certain level of rich, which I know he's not rich, he's, you know.
I don't know, man. The Migos own the era. I don't know what
they own the era, but and I'm thinking of rich. Like, you're not Kendrick rich. You're rich to us.
And that's, yeah, I don't know.
But you ain't rich. Like, I can say Gucci is rich because Gucci owns shit and apparently other niggas' contracts. Migos don't own, them niggas is on QC. Like, somebody else owns your shit. So you're rich, but you're not rich in reality. But I'm saying that to say, like, if I'm rich or rich, I'm not about to be in the motherfucking casino on a regular basis. Like, I can understand you betting at the house or you betting through Vegas or some shit like that. But how would you feel if you just go somewhere and you see whoever the fuck just in the casino just throwing money?
I'm not a gambling nigga, period. I think, that shit dumb as fuck to me.
I don't like gambling with other human beings being a part of my life, let alone money.
Yeah, I think that kind of still ties into, like, niggas. It's one thing, like, I'm here to make music. I'm here to, quote unquote, but I think the selling of a lifestyle becomes almost more important to them than the music.
And fuck all that.
Yeah.
Tupac was killed from fighting in the casino. Like, nothing good has ever happened for entertainers with money and high profile lifestyles and being in a casino. I never see anything good come from that. So the last place that your ass need to be is in the casino, especially when you went through this high-profile divorce from your wife and kid issues and all this other stuff. You're coping.
Yeah, for sure.
And not in a good way. And that's why your ass got shot. And then you took your goofy ass back to the casino. The universe is trying to help you understand that it's time to pivot, and your dumb ass just keep deciding to do the same shit. This is why we ain't gonna never not have a job. You niggas are gonna keep us in business forever. But sir, what are you doing? Who's pulling this nigga to the side and saying, bro, what's going on? Like, I've seen other posts goofy wise of niggas being like, man, I'm mad at Offset. Offset cheated on Cardi, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 to fuck this bitch. And I don't know these women. I don't know how valid it is. But just looking of, like, Cardi's your ex-wife. Yeah, she had the surgery now. But this no-name OnlyFans girl who's bad built because of surgery and all this other stuff. Yeah, I can see the decline in your mental state of you just doing shit to cope. And I'm not even paying close attention. So I know people that really watch what you do because that's part of their platform or whatever. I know they can see, like, nah, this nigga's losing it. He's tripping for real.
Niggas be real lame for real. Like, it'd be like, what's that shit? Boy, what that money maker, bitch, dude. Yeah. Because you just start to listen to, like, certain shit, and it's like, God damn, that was just like a lame move. I would like to know less. Yeah, the internet be like, just like, damn, man, you thought this nigga was, shit was cool in the mystique.
Until you start to see, like, they're, again, this motherfucker look good, they cool, and then here come that post that they put up, and it's like, oh, this motherfucker's goofy.
That's why, shit, even Hove. I would like Hove not to do no more interviews. Hove is cool when he's like secret Hove, and then, I don't know, man, he pop out at a Super Bowl with his daughter. They've been fucking jumping in Hove ass for the last couple of weeks with him with the fucking, Hove and capitalism. And
go figure.
Yeah, it's not brand new news.
The nigga that's always talked about spending money and living a certain lifestyle is going to have a perspective that aligns with that.
It's like a nigga's rich and Hove is well into his 50s at this point.
Well, he definitely older than that. I feel like he's definitely 50s, almost 60s.
So it's like you can just kind of connect the dots on a nigga like in love with money and like the whole capitalism shit and as opposed to
his thing has always been business and money. Why are we surprised when he has certain perspectives?
Yeah, I think that's for people who, if you're gonna adopt some of this particular brand of politics, you have to start to come to terms with, like, your faves will have to stop being your faves. If you're gonna say you really align and fuck with this, fuck with me, DJ, or full circle.
Put them in the right category.
Yeah, associate. What's that shit? Yeah, you're gonna have to really like figure out.
He's my favorite businessman. He's my favorite entertainer. He has my favorite. But he's not. Do I look to him for life advice? No.
Yeah, nigga. Like, Can I Get an Encore came out. I was graduating. That shit was emotional. like that whole, like, you know, Hove got me through like my formative years, nigga. I was a big button down shirt wearing motherfucker, boy. Shit was amazing. However, like, I can appreciate what that did for me at a certain time, and also appreciate that, like, and also understand that this individual is their own person. They've been rich for a long time, and they might not be, you know, there is layers to this. If you say you pro-black or you're performatively pro-black or what that might mean, and you know, you can grieve these people. We love our celebrities and shit, but you also can, like, you know, treat them accordingly. It's like, this song sounds good, but the narrative and shit is not something I'm fucking with.
Basura.
Which, you know, and I don't know how much I really got to sit on this. It's fuck Kanye West. Whatever the fuck y'all was talking about, I don't give a fuck about none of
Kanye's
that.
forgiven.
Yeah, eat my ass. I don't give fuck all that. Like, a nigga, like, you know, and I'm talking about specifically for us. Like, y'all are, and everybody was bringing up him doing the Nazi stuff and the fucking, you know, just his really shitty statements, his anti-Semitic statements. I watched that nigga run around for months with a "Make America Great" hat on, and talk about, you know, racism isn't real. Boy, fuck you. What the fuck? I was there. I watched Van Lathan chew that nigga the fucking. What the fuck are we talking about? This nigga ain't done shit different. This nigga was fucked up then and he fucked up now. I can understand why he fucked up, but if you're not finna take your medication, boy, fuck you. I don't want to hear that bullshit. The song's not even that motherfucking good. I was outside, nigga. Graduation, late registration, that's the shit. I love that nigga. That was an amazing time. I listened to that shit, no bullshit, within the past 2 months. It was beautiful. Feels just as good. Love the songs all the same. Fuck you. The clothes was weird. Boy, fuck y'all. All you niggas, that's y'all trying to justify paying money you didn't have to wear post-apocalyptic outfits. Figure it the fuck out. Send me a motherfucking email. If I take your insurance, we could process through it. Boy, fuck that nigga. I want to hear that bullshit. Motherfuckers want, man, get the fuck out of here. No, you can't come to England, puss ass boy. Ain't performing nothing around this motherfucker. I'm so tired of you bitch ass niggas. I get it. We get it. We love our celebrities. We understand the shit niggas have gone through. That in no fucking way gonna make me, you know, not hold your ass to the fire about what the fuck you did. Racism, oppression, capitalism, all this shit whooping our motherfucking ass. And you made a lot of cognitive choices as the nigga who's way motherfucking more rich than me to keep fucking it up. So I can understand, I can be empathetic. If you want to heal, we can heal. But until then, boy, suck every inch of this dick. Fuck out of here.
You know, these the same people that was upset at them for not letting Wayne perform at the Super Bowl.
Hey, fuck that. GNX was amazing. Yeah, that nigga, I never had any bad experience with a cop. Boy, you got popped and a good cop showed up. Y'all niggas got the same access to the internet that everybody else is. It's fucking insane that you think I'm gonna be okay with the fact that a nigga has just lived here. Oh, I didn't see Mike Brown, the Tamir, Sandra. You didn't know that? Okay, nigga. Well, I don't know you. I don't know shit about you performing then. And I don't know shit about whatever your last 4 fucking album. Boy, fuck y'all. Y'all niggas make me sick with this bullshit. I get it. I lived through mixtape Wayne. It was an amazing time. Fuck you. I ain't got time for this shit no more, nigga. Y'all motherfuckers all, can you believe? Fuck that nigga. Fuck her, fuck him, fuck them. I'm an inclusive fucker. Fuck you. Tired of this goddamn shit. This shit ain't motherfucking news. I don't want to hear gigolo. I don't want to wild or out. I be calm in. Fuck them. Shit. Tired of this, man. Fuck these niggas.
The only out I know is OWT, and I ain't that either.
I don't know, man. Give it time. Fuck you. Tired, man. Y'all, man. Some of this shit ain't news, man. I fuck these niggas, bro. Like,
they're patterns.
Yeah. Give a shit. What else? Yeah, fuck this. I don't know. And I said it right here. I don't give 2 fucks about forgiving Kanye, and we don't owe him shit. I wrote that motherfucker. Yeah, fuck that nigga, man.
The notes say what I say.
Yeah. I don't know, man. The last 2 things is what's this shit? Trump and KevOnStages. If y'all gonna get Trump about it, here, do it. And everybody like, yeah, call the 25th Amendment. I don't want Vance in there either.
Yeah, there's the only way that this can happen to where it benefits everybody is if everybody goes at the same time.
And the way they acting with them other niggas, somebody gonna do some shit. We all gonna be about this motherfucker. So
y'all gonna be up all day.
I stand very firm.
I think they'll leave California alone.
Well, thank you. Appreciate you. I stand firm on, however motherfuckers ride this shit out. But yeah, man, I think if you're gonna get super political, you got to get real serious about how these midterms coming up. Paying attention to what motherfuckers say. I know we blew through at least 5 episodes being nigga CNN over here. Like, y'all are grown. You can Google the shit. You can pay when them ads come up because they fucking with all our algorithms. And that nigga comes up, hi, I'm Tom McGillicuddy, and I'm Google that shit. Make sure that motherfucker, we can be active participants in this process. Because if you're not finna flip it over, nigga, you don't got it. You ain't like if you was gonna flip it over, we'd have done it by now. So pick one, and get started. Tell me where to meet you at, and we'll get. You know what I mean? Like. He's a piece of shit. Now, my thing is one, keeping him accountable, following the platforms, making sure we talk shit about old boy. I remember, at least in my personal sphere, I remember every motherfucker that was having them goofball. Well, we have to remember that motherfucker. Y'all the motherfucker, because I want to see some shit out of them. I think that's in my own sphere, how I can manage my life, my circle, my this. That internet shit, the same way I was looking at old girl post them goofy ass motherfucking blank canvas posts and the quotes that she don't fucking follow from the therapy she don't go to. Nigga, the same way I'm watching those goofies do that is the same way I'm watching the alpha male niggas that all of a sudden were like really into politics and out of nowhere found a real disdain for the Latin community. Well, they're not here. That motherfucker, I remember you. I remember what the fuck you said, and I think us figuring out what to do with them some motherfuckers in our lives. And if somebody goes, oh my God, this is not what I wanted. Well, bitch, what did you want for real? Because it seemed like you just wanted this outcome. You just didn't want it to affect you. And figuring out what fucking actual like change and pushback looks like for them. Because you motherfuckers got hell to pay the captain. And that tally is going up every fucking day. I don't think a motherfucker should be able to just be like, well, that was a tough time. Fuck you, and I will not see you at Thanksgiving, bitch. All that shit, and don't give me none of that, because you niggas don't even fuck with African shit. I don't want to see another motherfucker, to feel the village's fire, they will burn it down. Bitch, get in the field and learn how to do what the fucking village fucking with first. I don't want to see none of that shit. I'm not the nigga for that. I'm the accountability guy. You want to work on it and fix it, we're going to figure out some actionable ways for you to get back in the field because you made a fucked up mistake that fucked up a lot of people's lives. So if it ain't on that type of time, I don't want to hear none of that, I made a mistake bullshit. This nigga been a fucking piece of shit forever. He was a piece of shit the first time. You watched him be a piece of shit through a full fucking presidency. Kiss my ass. And KevOnStages was like, loves his wife. I had a rant on that before. We had a bunch of relationship shit in the beginning. There's a viral clip going around of him talking to Jay Valentine on the R&B Money podcast. Also a good pod. It's actually like, first it was just R&B and funny, but like Tank a funny nigga. But anyways, KevOnStage said in so many words,
my wife saves me money.
Basically, yeah, like my wife saves me money.
I chose a good partner. Why the fuck would I mess it up for you trick assholes?
Yeah,
she helps me make money, and I like to eat. So
no notes, man. Like all the shit that like literally like, and only thing I got is my usual criticism is I saw more than my fair share of you motherfuckers up there. See, he who finds a good wife finds a good thing. Motherfucker sitting up there ain't been to church. Shut up, bitch. Like, stop
you
saying
ain't
that.
A wife or a good thing.
Yeah, because what he's describing, the individual who he's describing, you don't got none of those skills. No. That nigga didn't just say like, oh yeah, she likes making money. She herself is an active, amazing businesswoman. They coordinate, they discuss, they go do deals. Same way he's taking his ass into a boardroom, she's taking her ass into a fucking boardroom somewhere. She knows him enough, cares about him enough to go, hey, you're a little spicy on this. You need to reel it in because we'll land it this way. You are not actually hitting the gas enough. See how they're like fucking partners. It's not on some goofy fucking leadership, whatever the fuck shit. And they Christian as hell. Where y'all get this provider narrative from, that motherfucker sitting up there with a full-fledged active partner in his life doing things that make her valuable outside of the fact that she got a fat ass and make him a sandwich, she rub his back, and she don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
It's
tired of y'all saying that shit.
chicken fettuccine.
Yeah, like
chicken fettuccine or some kind
Alfredo
of
head ass. Like, I'm tired of this shit. Like, it's 40 different ways that motherfuckers can talk about like genuine partnership, egalitarian experience of somebody who gives a fuck about you outside of what you can provide for them. This nigga's told this story 47 different times over pods. We left this way. We were working. They was working back when they was just unfamous. I don't got no other, like, Bravo. I wish all my niggas they KevOnStage type experience, whatever that looks like. Mm-hmm. Whether you got one wife or 12, I don't give a fuck how it work out. I hope everybody is in here. I'm a slave to this balanced reciprocity thing, and I ain't moving on. I don't give a fuck what y'all do. I don't like that shit, and I'm a shit on it every time. Mm-hmm. Don't be. That's amazing. You don't have that skill set, and I think you should go where you need to go. Go to Nepal where Batman was learning some shit. They teach everybody in comics how to be better versions of themselves. Go do that.
I was gonna say you can go to the sex store so you can fuck yourself.
They do that already. There's a bunch of
go on.
And you, my boy. There we go.
Desensitize your clitoris all you want to. Just leave me out of it.
That's the last one. You, my nigga. I think it's a bunch of niggas who watched that clip and thought, man, no, ass be real. Fuck no. Ass is cool when you in like an ass phase, but when I think it's gonna be my send off until they fucking get me up out of here. You reserve the right, my nigga, to love yourself enough to explore whatever the fuck real partnership looks like and have your needs actually met. You've been getting your dick sucked since whenever the fuck you started fucking. You got that covered. You know what type of ass you like, you know, whatever. You can do yourself the service of going, wow, she's really hot, and we talked about all these other things, and she doesn't like any of those things. Be bigger than needing your fucking sandwich, a sandwich made for you and your dick sucked. Unlearn some of the goddamn insecurities you got that make you have to be this goddamn, I got to pay for everything. Nigga, no, you don't. Mm-hmm. You just need to find somebody who like loves you for you, and y'all can be a motherfucking team. Check your wallet, your fucking savings ain't never been past. You can't get to $5,000 because every fucking time you engage with this motherfucker, it's like, damn, it's this thing, it's this. Every time you engage with this motherfucker, it's a goddamn loss. You ain't been up ever. No, come on, man. And that's not just financial. Your financial interactions with this motherfucker are representative of all the other aspects of your life. Remember early on when I say this aspect permeates another, there it is.
This aspect of choosing from your ego is going to put you in that realm. Yeah. A lot of people ain't realizing they choosing from their ego. I can go out on a limb and say this, and y'all take it how you want to, but I've said for a very long time that most of the dudes that have, or I'll say most of the people that have healthy, loving partnerships and relationships, they're not in a relationship with somebody that is their visual ideal. Like the person that just they feel is the baddest, like that motherfucker bad than a mother. Oh, god damn, she's sexy. I guarantee you that they've gotten that girl and she was nowhere near as good as the girl. Like, she's attractive. I learned to love her because she's dope in all these other areas. She doesn't look aesthetically the way that I want her to look perfectly, but everything else is fantastic. And that's why I like her more than the girl that was bomb as fuck. Looks good aesthetically, but all she got is Alfredo and macaroni in her repertoire, right? But I've said that a lot of times. Like, people will settle for the superficial shit. If you go on quote unquote settle for the person that has the fantastic list of qualities that are actually built in partnership and may not look the way you want them to look per se, because you can work on that. You can get your ass in the gym and fix it, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. But y'all will go for the looks first, or the money first, or the status first, choosing from your ego, and wonder why you don't have a healthy partnership, because you're not aligned with that. You're not choosing from your authentic alignment. You're choosing from an inflated ego or insecure ego or whatever the case is. Your shit is out of alignment. That's how you chose partners, and that's why you have what you have. It makes me think of, I think I sent you, I forgot whose comedy show it was. I think it was it Mojo? I think it was Mojo's comedy show where he's sitting there, he's talking to this lesbian couple.
Oh, I did. That was
Yeah, he's sitting there talking to them. He's like asking about the kid, like, how, well, y'all been together this long, your child is this long, but where's the nigga at? Where's the nigga that created the baby? Because y'all keep dancing around this topic. Where's the dude that is the father of this child? And he happened to be in the audience with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, he over here. He's like, oh my God. And he started asking him, hey man, what happened? He's like, hey man, whatever her story is, that's her story. Like, he was just real chill about it. He wasn't tripping. Whatever her story, that's her story. Well, ma'am, he seen, and he's like, don't be trying to look over, because she was looking across the room. Like, don't be looking over there trying to intimidate him or give him no kind of look, bitch. Like, you was fucking with her before, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And he actually seemed cool about it. But I'm bringing that up because I looked in the comments and people were like, damn, he downgraded. His baby mama looked better than his wife, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, based on the interaction, I'm seeing that he's in a way more peaceful place. Yeah. Sure, the woman he's married to now may not look as good as his baby mama, but at the same time, baby mama was confused as fuck. I got you and the baby by you, but I'm also start dating this stud, and all this other stuff is messy. This whole situation over here is messy, and this situation over here is peaceful, and she advocates for me. She yelling across the room, he's over here. He a good father. He's involved the whole 9 yards. Like, she's defending him. She got his back. They look like they enjoying themselves at the comedy club. They ain't got, like, this looks like a healthier situation over here. But everybody looked at the looks part. Your baby mama is an upgrade compared to your wife. How did you downgrade from that? That people are only looking at that aspect and not looking at, no, he's in a healthier place that actually has better partnership.
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of people end up approaching that shit. And that's male and female. A lot of people are choosing from superficial reasons, and they get mad at the X, Y's, and Z's. So Kev, shout out to a Kev. Like, I chose a partner. I didn't choose from my ego. I chose from my needs.
I think also, I know that shit is like young, so there's a little nuance in this. But I think also, yeah, nigga, like you, I wouldn't even tell a nigga you gotta fuck on a Goonie Google. I think I think niggas got to be, and I think, niggas talk about self-discipline, you talk about semen retention. Nigga, beat that shit. Like, I think you can take the time to, once you, because I man, the way it ain't a bunch, but I didn't really like shot at like niggas' insecurities, because I just feel like, you gotta, I am enjoying this little individual session space, because the way I'm like, all right, man, we got to kind of crack this. That's an insecurity, and that's you choosing from an insecurity. And I think niggas addressing that of like, that woman is hot. Those are things that you enjoy. You should, big titties, big ass, within reason. I think once you start getting into the BBL bodies, we're at a different headspace. But I think like, yeah, you like her physically. That's dope. I think you should have that check. That's the easiest check to hit. And I just think, man, being okay with the fact that she check one, I can find check one. And check one coming with all this other stuff, be okay with, nigga, yeah, fall out. Like, you can abandon ship and just deal with, yeah, this is lonely, yeah, you in a drought, yeah, you whatever, as far as like figuring out partnership. And I wouldn't even say you got to make a downgrade. I think sometimes, like that nigga in that video, you might really like the big heavies. You just are like, you care what other people think about the big heavies, and you shouldn't do that. You should stick with who the fuck you're attracted to, because at the end of the day, man, you want to spit in this person's ass. As much as y'all are connected, build businesses together, you want to be able, that motherfucker walk through and that big t-shirt roll up, you want to get active. So I think you should keep that, keep that within there. I ain't gonna, I'm not gonna, say you just gotta, because motherfuckers be doing that shit. Like, I'm gonna go get an ugly motherfucker who's insecure. Don't do that, because I just always, you can hear a motherfucker somewhere, you got to get you a 5 because she'll listen to you. Fuck all that. Keep yourself in the whatever the 8 or 9 or 10 is for you. But yeah, I'm never gonna I think that is something that niggas really aren't exploring. Like, yeah, nigga, read the literature. When they say, address the fucking shit, go address that shit thoroughly. And you might fuck around and go back home and be like, God damn, I've learned a thing or two. You're a fucking asshole, actually. You're not a nice person. I'm getting my motherfucking ass whooped in this situation for a long time. I thought I was fucked up, actually. Like, I do got my own shit, but there's a lot of shit. Like, you love the fucked up version of me, low key, because it works for you. So, yeah, my nigga, you are insecure, and that's fine. Insecure is not, it's not cancer. You can work through that shit. And yeah, pick somebody who, Word to Kev. Everybody tap into your inner Kev. This person is genuinely for you, and is all the words.
It's an asset.
Yeah, it's selfless. I don't even even if I'm not packing it into the transactional bag, even though there is a lot of like healthy transactional activities to making sure a relationship is beneficial. You need to see, and you know it. You know how much selflessness you've engaged in or have received, and how much you didn't. You got a lot of shit off that because you hit the marks, and by comparison, nigga, it's not the same. And that's fine. Awareness is the first step, and work from there. Love yourself in the actual genuine fucking version of the word. Because love yourself don't always mean, y'all be like, everybody be saying I love myself, and it's all hugs and kisses. But your mama love you to death. And she fired that ass up when the grades wasn't hidden. That was love. So do with that what you will. Thanks for listening.
Right. Y'all love your kids, and you spoil them to death and don't hold them accountable for nothing. And then you worry why their behavior is what it is.
You take that love from that scenario and just shift the love over here. We get a lot of ways. Big mama love your ass. And she wasn't always nice.
Nope. You mean in the motherfucker, cigarette in hand, fire the flip flop from across the room, on target.
Or chancla. This is a universal space. All right, I'm gonna fuck with you.
I didn't go.